afternoon. Could I ask for a volunteer? If you, sir, could just stand right here.
My boss asked to see him participate.
Well, thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity to give this presentation. One of the things that kind of resonated with us throughout this week was the fact learning that when an item is communicated or a message is communicated to someone, it takes the average person a minimum of 8 times to actually get that message. So yes, we do know how to count to 8. However, the absence of a number 1, and actually our largest participant, shows that number 1 is always lost. The first time something is communicated, you can pretty much bet money the message is lost at number 1. So you can't even count that as one of your 8 times. Thank you, sir. That's it, but thank you so very much. And with that being said, we would like to introduce you to...
Okay, I'm here to talk about our program is called 8 to Great, so our 8 numbers up there that we have. The goal of our program is to improve communication across all levels of the company and to talk about communication styles and the different barriers in communication.
Our interventions / strategies are going to be, we're going to hire a consultant to educate our managers. We are going to use the Myers-Briggs, so we're going to have Myers-Briggs training, and that will then be presented to the managers. They're going to be responsible then for interpreting the results of all of the staff underneath them. And our rationale behind that was we learned at the beginning of this training how important all of our innate qualities and styles are to how we receive and communicate information. So we thought that was an important intervention for this project. We're going to administer the Myers-Briggs, then distribute the scores, and then data collection and analysis at the end.
We came up with a timeline that we would start off by June. We would start with our training and consultants for our managers. We would have someone go up to training for the Myers-Briggs training. And then in July, what we would do is have a kickoff luncheon to begin with our Myers-Briggs rollout to the current employees and new hires. And we would try to have this finished up by December of the year, December 30th. And then what we would do is have our annual employee luncheon and surveys, and we would review the data at that time. But I believe we also have quarterly reviews or quarterly surveys as well throughout the year.
All right. Yeah. Now, in terms of responsibilities, we're going to create interdisciplinary teams so that we have involvement of all the departments that are in our agency, because we want to make sure that we get buy-in from everybody and that we can monitor effectively. And then we're going to have another responsibility is to have that staff person certified in the Myers-Briggs so that they can be helpful in terms of interpreting it and also in terms of supporting the supervisors in supervising with it. So in case they run into some challenging letters, person with challenging letters, then they can, help problem solve with that. The managers are also going to have some responsibilities. They'll, of course, need to attend the overall training. They'll need to provide the survey information to the individual staff members and then make sure that they follow through with taking the Myers-Briggs and the surveys themselves. They need to supervise the staff, and then provide feedback back to the committees about how that's going. Well, not well, and if there needs to be any changes.
As far as communication strategies, I think we can all, we know there's, a lot more than 8 communication strategies, but going along with our theme of 8 to great, with one missing,
Email, newsletter, staff meetings, supervision,
Telephone call and text messaging.
word of mouth,
memos, flyers, messaging on bulletin board and intranets.
Okay, the budget, the fun part. And yes, there is some cost involved in it because communication is so important within your agency. We would be paying for a consultant or trainer to come in and talk about the communication styles and strategies. We'd also be paying to send a staff to become certified in Myers-Briggs. And the cost for the kickoff and the annual luncheon that followed up with that would be involved.
And as far as project evaluation, we would continually be doing the quarterly surveys for the staff, the initial baseline data being acquired at the kickoff luncheon. And then after the initial training, the managers can start implementing some of the changes that they learn from the consultant. So hopefully our communication, responsible staff will be more positive, and we can reevaluate, along the way, and ultimately do a big communication then at the second annual luncheon for the staff. Thank you very much.
why don't you introduce yourselves first and then,
Please.
I'm Tanya Wolf from Dickinson Center Incorporated.
I'm Barb McEwen from Chartier Center.
I'm Amy Schoen from Pyramid Healthcare.
Danielle Beaver from Philhaven.
Cheryl Reeling, Youth Advocate Program.
Lisa Fuller from Shadowfax Corporation.
And my name is Jessica Jenkins, and I work for Adams Hanover Counseling Services.
thank you.